Welcome to Wootimental Academy. Okay, so we're working on number 71. I'm going to just really quick go. Oh, I forgot to hit record, so this is a recap. Working on four-stroke roughs. We're going to play the grace notes as triplets, and we're going to do the first 8 bars, and then we're going to try and do something out of my book with one of the tracks. Flammecues. So the big things here, flammecues, I think, and single stroke fours, and then some double stroke rolls, and that's it, really. A few flams here, but that's it. All right, let's try it again at that tempo. I have to do better. I failed, so this time, at least I didn't get the failure on tape. This time, I will do better. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let me do this. Any questions with any of this? You having a hard time reading anything? Is there anything that's giving you problems? Anybody?
Yeah,
George?
the 11 stroke rolls, the notation is, well, odd for me because the
Yeah.
grace the grace before the quarter note is meant to be part of the roll. Is that right?
Okay, so Wilcoxon did this because the limitations on notation at the time, probably with the software or whatever they used to make so they put grace notes in when you had a 16th note in there. So you'll see this in all the Wilcoxon solos for 7-stroke rolls, 13s, not 13s, 15s, and 11s. So, and what it is, it's just the skeleton of that measure is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. Or actually 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. And you just double everything but the accent. What it should be is 2 16th notes at the beginning of the bar. First one accented, second one with a slash on it. But he didn't use that notation at the time. That actually didn't exist at that time, believe it or not. That single slash notation came later. Anyway, so that's what that is. You may be used to seeing it that way nowadays. All right, so some of this notation is limited. All right, but that's what he meant. Okay? So it's just keep your hands in 16th notion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. And just the single. And you'll see that in 7-stroke rolls too. You'll see, and here, now here's the difference. You're gonna see 7-stroke rolls notated like that, like 1 E and a 2. Let me see if I can find one real quick. There's not one on these 2 pages.
Yeah, but I've seen them. Yeah, when they're meant read to be triplets.
Yeah, then if you see a 7-stroke roll, but on just an 8th note, then it's a triplet.
Yeah.
But if it's a 16th note followed by 2 grace notes and then an 8th note, then it's 32nd notes. It's not a triplet.
Okay.
Okay? So
Yeah,
that's
got
the
it.
difference. Okay, got it. Okay, someone else had a question? Chuck, was that you?
Yeah, I'm not particularly that good at reading 6/8, and so I just went in with pencil and wrote in all the counting like you showed me when I had the lesson with you in December. But like the reading aspect of this stuff is more difficult for me than the other stuff, than the 2/4.
Okay.
But so it's really good. I really like breaking down bar by bar and working on those movements. Like that's super helpful for me.
All right.
And then getting the counting.
Who's playing
drums over there?
That's Aiden in the basement playing.
Aiden,
Okay.
Wow. Some drum house. The drum house. All right, cool. Okay, so in 6/8, If there's, just let me know which parts you have trouble reading. Remember, we're playing those triplets, those grace notes on the 8th note prior to the primary. So just think of that as on, so the first one's on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. That's hard to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Oof. I'm gonna hyperventilate from counting. But that's, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Actually, in 6/8, I'm counting in 6, but it's really in 2. As we get faster, I'm thinking 2, and it's just it's a triple meter. So everything's triplet unless otherwise notated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bum, 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 bum. So I'm thinking this. Ra, da, ja, digga, digga, ja. Do ja, 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 digga, ja, digga, ja, 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 digga, digga, ba, ja, 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 digga, ba. So I'm really thinking 2. It's too, as you get faster, it's just too laborsome to count to 6. I'm just counting to 2 and subdividing by 3. Does that help? Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, measure 6 is, what would be your approach to counting that? That for some reason that one's really thrown me off.
Okay, so it throws you off because it's kind of a duple over 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1. It sounds like it's in 2. Digga da ba, digga da ba. All right, digga da ba, digga da ba. That's not the way we're counting it. Your brain might hear it that way, but it should be digga da ba, digga da ba. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1. Make sure you count it like that, not 1, 2, 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 1. Yeah, the 9-stroke is, make sure it's 2/8 notes. 2, 3, 1. I think you played a 5. Do it again, Kyle. I can just watch.
Okay. Yeah, I'm totally lost.
But count to 6. Go 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And on 5, 6, you play the roll.
Yeah, oh wait.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Yeah.
Okay.
5, 6, 1. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna have
it's
to,
not a tap roll. You gotta. It's an 8th note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. If I do so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Try it.
I don't know if I can. I'm completely lost.
Okay, do this much. Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just do that.
Yeah. So I can
That's
do
it?
that, but when I look at the music, my mind goes blank. I am totally not understanding how to count or feel that.
That's why I'm doing it. One step at a time. So you got that much, but you got to say it out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now go 5, 6, 1.
5, 6, 1.
Yeah, so it's right, right, right on the 5, 6. That's it. That's it. Now do the whole thing. That's it. That's
The
it.
trick will be, can I remember that and not get totally thrown off when I look at the notation again?
Maybe.
I don't know.
If you do it enough, no.
Yeah.
You got to do it several times. But make sure you count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. But also, you got to have this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. I want to hear that dotted quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So 1 and 4 are the strong parts of the beat. That's the downbeat. 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay? Try that, tapping your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.
Oh boy. Yeah, I can't.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
as
do
soon
it,
as-
Kyle. Do it once.
Well, as soon as that tempo went in, I completely forgot how to play the line.
Okay, so just do it. Maybe do it with me a few times. I'm gonna keep my foot on the dotted quarter.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Again, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That rolls slower than you think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could think of an old, like an 80s rock ballad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Let me see if I have something. I know we're going to get to the double drag. That's actually probably the most single stroke 4s. I don't have anything in 6/8, I don't think, in this book. In this particular book. Well, I do, but it's more, it's not the same thing. So we'll just single drags. We're gonna definitely get to that one. Now I lost my page. Dang it. Double drags, I mean. Double drags. What is that? Lesson 20. That's coming. I looked ahead. I saw, yep, that's coming. That's coming up. All right, so we could do a whole bunch of drills. Let's do this. I got a little drill. We're gonna just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 bars of 6/8. And then we're gonna put the triplet on 1, and then on 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. Okay? And then we're going to put it on 1, 3, and 4, 1, 3, and 5, and then 2, 4, and 6, which will put us into that duple kind of feel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 1, 3, and 5, and then 2, 4, and 6. Okay, but we're going to keep this groove going. Let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 bars of 6. Bugga the gak, bugga the gak. And we'll do each one twice. And then back to the check pattern of 6. It's slow. I know it's going to take some time, but we need to get this in our head, just playing at 6/8. Okay? So tap your feet on the dotted quarter. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now triplet on 1. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. That's good. Okay, hang on. Let's just go. Let's just do the eighth notes and then triplet on 1. Then go right to triplet on 2. Then triplet on 3, 4, 5, and 6. If we do the check pattern every time, it's going to take like a week to get done. Here we go. It's right here. 1. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, triplet on 1. Now triplet on 2. Now 3. Now 4. 5. 6. Okay, let's just do that again. Before we go to the other one, let's do that again. Because we need the check pattern between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Now, you could take this and apply it to the drum set. Big-a-da-boom. You could put this around the drums, just get practicing putting that triplet in a different part of the beat if you're playing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So I put the triplet on each partial in that groove. And now I can take that single and put it, stick it to boom. I could go, I could put it, orchestrate it around the drums. Hopefully you're seeing how this could be really valuable, especially if you're playing a rock ballad, a 6/8 jazz, 6/8 bembe. This applies. You could put this anywhere. Zig-a-da-bop, just as a simple triplet. But if you get used to counting those eighth notes and knowing where they each land, that's the great thing. All right, let's do this. We're gonna go check pattern, 2 bars, and then we're gonna play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do that first. We're gonna put the triplet on 1, 3, and 5. 2 bars of eighth notes, triplet on 1, 3, and 5. Back to 2 bars of eighth notes, triplet on 1, 3, and 5. Here we go. 1, hang on. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 bars. Here we go. Triple. 1, 1, 2, again. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it the dot, take it the pot, take it the pot, take it the pot, take it the pot, take it the pot. One more time. Okay, so that sounds like you're in duple. And if you put this in a fill, I see Christian's playing around. Play it, Christian. Play what you were playing. I see you're putting it around the drum.
Yep.
Cool. Or you could put the last one. Put that on the bass. Bucket of fish.
Yeah.
Now, you see what he's doing makes it sound like it's in duple, but he's not in duple. So it's a cool kind of metric modulation in someone's head. You could take it, dig-a-da-boom, dig-a-da-doom, dig-a-da-doom, chaka-doom, dig-a-da-doom. You could turn it into duple. It would be a cool metric modulation, but we're not doing that right now. All right, so that's just an idea of how to orchestrate it. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let's go put the triplet on 2, 4, and 6. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now, notice when you put it on 1, 3, and 5, you start the triplets. Each one of them starts on the right hand. Now when we put it on 2, 4, and 6, each triplet's going to start on the left hand. Okay? So here we go. If you need to listen to it once, do that. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Okay? So hopefully, the reason I'm doing this is just so you get used to playing in 6/8 and counting different ways, but also hearing that duple while counting in 6/8. So that's the trick to that measure that we were talking about, Kyle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Of course, you've got your hands moving in triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they move in 16th note motion. 5, 6, 1. So it's 2 different hand speeds in that measure. Okay, so that's the other thing you have to take into account, but you kind of have to put the brakes on right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. That roll isn't as fast as you think. You want to go fast. You want to play a triplet. I like that, but it's slow. All right, let's try that again from the beginning. I'm going to pick up the speed just a little bit. Let's go to 55 beats per minute. Dig da da, dig ja, dig ja. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, did the speed increase screw with your head or your hands? How we doing? Any questions? I didn't look. Because I'm looking at the music, so I didn't look to see how everybody was weathering. Anything we need to work on? Help me here.
I think it's just a practice thing on this one.
Okay. You understand? Yeah, everybody understands it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Do you want to slow it back down? Or are we okay with speeding it up? Does anybody want to slow it down? Let me know. Anybody. It just takes one. Yes, Kathy, slow it down. Okay, so we're going to slow it down. I ain't scared. I ain't scared to slow it down. All right. Let's try it again. Let's try it at 50. Make sure we have it. I'm going to try and look up, see how we doing. Okay. 1, let's try it from the top again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I don't have it memorized. I looked up, I took my eyes away from the music and screwed it up. So let's do it again. I got it this time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I don't. Here again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Let's move on, then we'll speed it up. Let's go ahead and move on to the next half. All right, so the next half, this is easy. We'll use this, we'll start in that measure where we just stopped, but it's a pickup, just like in the first measure. So the first measure and that pickup into bar 9, we're playing them exactly the same. Okay, so just look at that as exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Now we got double paradiddle. Now we have the double drags. All right, so this is where I thought we might get stuck, was on the double drags. All right, does that need further explanation for anybody? We've covered this, so for those of you who've been here, we've covered double drags. Let's do a double. Let's do it.
I'm just gonna need a minor breakdown, a few listens, just to catch the interpretation of how this goes.
Well, we'll do that. I want to do a drag exercise because I know that's not an easy rudiment to play. So if you look at lesson 20 in rudimental remedies, exercise number 2, we're going to do that. And then we'll come back to this. But I saw those double drags, and I know double drags give everybody problems at first. So if you look at lesson 20 in rudimental remedies, exercise number 2, we're going to play it to the track. But let me play it once first. So you got the skeleton. If you got this, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So it's written 2 different ways in the book. It's written as grace notes, like we did, and then it's written as slashes, which slashes indicates 30-second notes. The grace notes leaves it up to interpretation, right? So, but we're going to try, let's play them both the same way for now, because that's what we were doing with the triplets. But it's this rhythm you have to know. 1, 2, and 3, 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 4, 5, and 6. So, you see that first measure? As for those 2 soft notes, we're going to put grace notes on from the other hand before them. Okay? So let's play this exercise. Let me see how slow this track is. 22, tempo 1. One, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. So slow. Okay, stop. Hang on. Before we do this, we're doing it to the track, so I got to explain something. The track doesn't play those 2 versions the same. So the first one, the grace notes are much tighter at the slow tempo, because that's what I would normally do when I see this notation. But on the second version with the slashes, I play it as 30-second notes. So they're much slower than the first version. So this is good for us. We need to work on this, on interpretation, work on your ear, and matching the grace notes up. Okay, so just know that when you play the first one, it's going to be like in bar 2. It's going to sound like that. Whereas in bar 4, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so it's 2 different versions. Just open up the bar 4 one. Really open it up, slur it, play it like that. The first one, chop it up. There we go. There we go. Go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2. Now open. Only one accent on 3 and 6. Two, and 4, 5, and 6. Digga-da, digga-da-da, digga-da, digga-da-da, digga-da, digga-da-da, digga-da. Right, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right. Wide open. Beautiful, beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, does everybody understand that? Chuck, you're not playing. Do you get it though?
I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a wise man right there. You know, listen and then make sure. But my question was, do you get it? You understand the counting? Comme ci, comme ça, más o menos.
I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit and maybe write an accounting for myself because that seems to help a lot when I write an accounting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this one's in 12/8, right? It's just 12/8, just 2 bars of 6/8 in 1 bar, or 4 bars of 3/8. It's the same thing. All right. So the counting's the same. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So it's a dotted eighth followed by 16th followed by eighth. So it's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So that's the skeleton, and that's really what you need to pay attention to. The grace notes are just ornaments to that rhythm. So always think of the grace notes as just ornaments to the main rhythm. If you can take grace notes out and learn the main rhythm, then adding the grace notes is much easier than just trying to start with them. So understand the main rhythm, which is 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then we do drags on both. If I play it faster, you know, if you look at the etude, there's all sorts of different versions. 2, 3. Where I move the dotted eighth note around. So sometimes the dotted eighth note, typically in this rudiment, is on the downbeat, is on 1. But like in the etude, I put the dotted eighth note on the third note. So it's, and I put 16th note, eighth note, dotted eighth note, or eighth note, 16th note, dotted eighth note. So you have all these different versions of the same rudiment. Just putting it in different interpretations or different places to put it. So moving it around. So you can kind of see what you can do with that rudiment. Once you learn it, You can put it in different places. Or and we're adding accents and all kinds. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. The only limit there is your imagination once you learn the basic rudiment. That's the idea behind this whole book, actually, is to show you how to really focus on the fundamentals and the skeleton and learn the rudiment, but then quickly take that rudiment and morph it into other things and see how you can utilize it in your vocabulary. Because if you just keep it in the original form, it's extremely limited. You got to be able to move it around, shift it, change it, mess with it, okay? But it's important to know where it came from. It's just like it's the same thing I say about learning styles of music. Like, for example, I get students that come in and play a bossa nova, and they butcher the hell out of a bossa nova. They play it like a rock groove. And I go, wait, you don't understand. Well, I know how to play a bossa nova. I got the beat. I said, no, you don't. You don't have the style. You don't know where it came from. How much bossa nova have you listened to? None. They've never even heard of bossa nova. So I'll give them recordings to go listen to and listen to it. And once you understand where it came from and what its purpose was and how it's supposed to feel, if you want to change that, that's cool. But changing it out of ignorance usually doesn't work. It usually doesn't work. It has to be a thought process through it. So same thing with the rudiments. You know, learn the fundamentals of it, learn basic, and then start to, screw with it. And then it's okay. But if you kind of just take it from, I'm just going to play what I feel, that could work sometimes, but I think it's best if you really understand it. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. We're breaking it down, right? Just like Kyle's shirt says, slow it down, and we're breaking it down so we can throw it down. All right, can we try that exercise again? Maybe a little faster. Let's go to tempo 2. Is that okay? 1, 2, and 3. If you can't, just keep note of where you were, and then, or you could do like be smart like Chuck and just listen and then do it later. Here we go. Here we go. This is tempo 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. A little different. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that's tempo 2 out of 7. So if you got that, go on to tempo 3. I gotta do these videos on tempo 6 and 7. I gotta get in shape first. All right, so does everybody understand that? Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go back.
There's like a left hand sticking. I don't think any of us really got it, but on the second time around, just doing it off the left.
Oh, is there a left hand? Yeah, so you should have switched hands. It's not, on this one, it's really not that important though. I mean, usually I would say, no, you got to switch hands. But on this one, since you switch your hands on every beat anyway,
right.
It's not that important. So if you did switch hands, good for you. You get a bonus. You get a gold star. I don't think I
failed.
did. I like ignored it.
Yeah.
Failed.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, you got to run. All right, man. It's good to see you. We'll
I'll
do.
see you.
We'll
I'm
do
in
next,
Florida next week, and then I'll see you hopefully in Chicago the week after.
You'll see me live in living color. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll have next week. We'll do a lesson. The following week, I'll be in Rockford, and then Chicago the next day on Sunday. So, Kyle, don't you live up there?
Yeah,
Chicagoland?
Northwest Burbs. Yeah.
Huh?
It's called Killdeer. It's about 40 miles northwest of Chicago.
Which direction of Chicago?
About northwest.
Northwest. So you're
Yeah, it's
kind of
it's
close to
considered the
Rockford.
suburbs. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably about in between Rockford and Chicago where I am.
Okay. I'm going to be up in Rockford the 14th and 15th. No, 13th and 14th. Ah, man, I can't. Yeah.
What's going on in Rockford?
Get this. I'm being inducted into the Phantom Regiment Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
It's kind of weird. No, I mean, it's really weird. It's like surreal. It's like when they called me and said, "Hey, we're going to induct." I go, "What? How's that? How? Why? Why? How?"
What do you mean?
And then right away, all I thought was, that must mean I'm old. If you're getting in any Hall of Fame, it means you're old. It means you. So I don't know how I feel about that.
It means you stood the test of time.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I told him, I said, man, I haven't been to Rockford, Illinois since 1991. I haven't been there since then. But the previous 10 years, I was there all the time. I mean, I gave my heart and soul to that Corps for 10 years. But anyway, which is awesome. So I'm going to be inducted, and then there's a drum corps show there, the show of shows in Rockford on that Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to Chicago. So I've already got tickets going to see the Cubs and Red Sox at Wrigley Field.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then the next day, Jacqueline, we'll go to the museum, and I will take as much as I can with the museum, and I'll probably leave her there and go somewhere and get a beer.
Which museum? Art Institute or?
Yeah, the Art Institute.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know there's a science museum and all that stuff, but it's for her, it's the Art Institute Museum.
Yeah.
She's already read up. Man, there's some amazing art there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they got everybody. I mean,
Yep.
Klimt, Rodin, Picasso, Da Vinci. I mean, they got the exhibit. It looks phenomenal. So, anyway, we're gonna check that out. All right, let's go back to 71, and we're starting in bar 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take it slow. Let's see, metronome. I'm sure that's fast. Oh, sorry, that's so loud. I don't know why my metronome is so much louder than my tracks. So I got to change the volume. Okay. All right, if you want to, listen to it once. We're going to start in bar 9. Here we go. 1 with the pickup. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this thing reminds me of something my students are always dealing with, my hotshot students. I mean, the really good snare drummers in the snare line. This would give them fits. You know why? And they don't like playing this stuff. You know why? The space, the rests. They hate rests. They absolutely hate rests. And it's because it's not easy. You got to keep going. Now with the metronome, it's a little easier because it's counting for you. It's keeping time for you, but make sure you keep your feet. Ba, digga da ba, digga da ba. Man, you could drive a truck through that rest, right? So make sure you're giving the rest their proper due. Here we go. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so a few things we've already talked about, but they're there, like that tap 11. George, you see that last bar? That's all it is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, and then we have the triplets. In the second to last bar, we have a triplet on 1 and then on 5. So you just got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And these triplets, generally, you know, I'm always asking to get as much contrast as possible, but you can play the triplets a little higher. At least I am. You know, just to let them bounce. Not quite ghost note height. Now, when I play double paradiddles, I play all those ghost notes really low on each of the double paradiddles. How many double paradiddles we got? 3. We got 3 of them. Okay? So watch the double paradiddles. Keep your taps low on the double paradiddle. Okay? Okay? And I'm just naturally kind of crescendo in each of those triplets. And watch the sticking. So it's left, then right, then left. Left, right, left, right, left, right, right, okay? So watch the sticking. So those 2 bars, you have right. You see the sticking switches. You see the 4th and 3rd to last bar, it's the same thing. Bop, digga da baka, ticka ticka bop, digga da baka, ticka ticka bop. Let's just play those 2 bars over and over. We're going to loop them and switch hands. So it's right, left, right. Left, right, left. Right. You can just take the drag out. No drag. Just play it without the drag. Here we go. Those 2 bars. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, loop it, go right, left, right. Left, right, left. Right, left, right. Left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Crescendo. A rush. Okay, so breaking it down, always, you know, try that. So when you're practicing this thing, hopefully you're getting some practice tips on breaking it down and learning each section. If you have to, break it down some more. Here's the thing, if there's anything that you're not getting, make a note of it and just realize you're going to have to break it down even more. So whatever is giving you trouble, you might have to break it down and just work on that. Okay? And we could take this measure by measure, literally, beat by beat, and work on it, but there's only so much time. All right, so let's try that whole thing again, the whole second half, starting in bar 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, any questions? Does everybody get it? Okay, we got it? Whether you can play it or not, do we get it? That's the whole thing. All right, let's take the whole thing from the top and then repeat it. When you get to the end, let's play it twice at 50. Then we're going to play it at 55. We're going to see how fast we can go. And you might get left in the dust at some point. That's the whole idea. You will get left in the dust at some point. I'll make sure that we get to that, to that everybody figures out where their threshold is. Okay? So let's go ahead and play it twice at 50. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat. How are we doing? Stephen, how are you doing? I saw you get a little excited there. Okay. You're on mute. Are you talking? I didn't know if you were talking. Still on mute. I don't know if you're working. Are you working that? Okay, all right. It's not working. Mic's not working. Okay. All right. But you get it? Everybody get it? Okay, let's bump it up 5 beats per minute. So here's 55. Let's just play it one time because this might take too long if we just play it twice each time. So let's do 55 beats per minute. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should do it twice. I always think of the second time as like a redemption turn. So if you miss anything the first time, you get it the second. Let's do it. We're going to go back. We're going to do it same tempo. We're going to do it twice. So the whole idea is, sure, you're going to make mistakes. Just try to make the second time better at this tempo. Okay, so let's do it. We're going to do it same tempo, and then we'll speed it up. Okay, 2 times through. Just make sure the second time you fix something. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. messed up one of the stickings. Move my phone. I'm getting a buzz from my phone. So I messed up one of the stickings, but that. How do we do? Are we hanging on? Anybody find this easy at this tempo? Anybody find it easy? Not easy.
Not easy, but better.
Okay, better's good. Better's good. Let's try it at 60 beats per minute. 2 times through, so it's a little faster. Now, as we get faster, just play lower. Gotta play lower. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat. Okay, so that was 60 beats per minute. So just keep track of, where you need to work on. You may have, hey, and here's the thing, you might need to go slower than 50. That's where we started, was 50. You might need to go back to 45 or even 40. Just, do what you, be smart. Don't let your ego get in the way of your education, your progress. Don't let your ego get in the way of your progress. That's what it is. And we do that all the time, by the way. I do it. I know everyone does it. Okay? Does anybody want to go faster? No? Yes? Kathy, you want to go faster?
We can try it.
Okay. We certainly can try it. We can certainly try it. Okay, so here's 65 beats per minute. Here we go. Right. Now, almost these turning closer to 4-stroke Russ. And that's the way I would play it. If I weren't playing it with you guys, I'd play it just really even, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd play those a little differently. Right there, the 4-stroke Russ. Just so you know. But for now, we'll play them as triplets. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat. I corrected myself the second time. That was my redemption turn. The first one, that space killed me. And I jumped in early on that fourth to last bar. A rest. I blew the rest. And that's usually the case. How we do? Anybody hanging in there? That's pretty fast right there. I'm having to move a little bit. I know Christian's hanging in there, even though he turned his camera off.
Yeah, no, I think the most difficult part is Interpreting the drags. Sorry. Wait.
Oh yeah, the drags for sure. The double drag, and then
the space after the drags end before picking up into the double paradiddles is like my danger zone.
And here's the thing: if I were playing this with on a rope drum or on a drum with other people, I would definitely say, okay, how are you interpreting that? Or better yet, I would say, this is the way I'm interpreting it. Listen to me. But you have to. The point is, you have to get those interpretations together so you can play it clean. And that's kind of the one gray area where it could be a lot of different things. The double drags and the single stroke fours. Everything else pretty much should be exactly the way it's written.
I kept messing up on the first measure of the last line every time on the timing with the rest.
Yeah, that's the rest kill. Yeah, I blew it the first time. I came in early. Because you're moving your hands all the time, and all of a sudden you got to put on the brakes. And that rest seems like an eternity sometimes. But it's just 1/8 note. Okay? And we're about at performance table. Is that how fast? Well, here's 70 beats.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so this is 70. So, that's pretty quick. I mean, that's pretty fast performance tempo, but I would perform this at this tempo. Let's try it once. See if you can. This would be quick. You may not be able to keep up. That's okay. Just so you know, that might be a goal later. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. Woo! Crowd goes crazy. All right. So within that, those are the rudiments. You know, the single stroke 4, double drags, 11 stroke rolls, flammecues. You know, if you have to, break those down. And then, of course, any 6/8 sight reading, those drills we did, putting the triplet on different partials. You know, and then you could do any 2 partials, like that second to last measure is 1 and 5. Let's say if I just throw out 2 and 6, put the triplets on 2 and 6. Just pick any 2 partials between 1 and 6 and try that. They can even be together. Let's do 3 and 4. That's 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So just pick any 2, and you can go slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. It'd be a good drill to just do some math. So we'll do a math thing where we do a grid with triplets. Putting it on the first partial, second partial, then every possible combination of 2 partials. So 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 1 and 6. What if we did that? Let's do 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, and 1 and 6. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. How many times you want to do it? Let's do it 4 times. Do each one 4 times. Okay, so check pattern. Let's just start. We don't need to do the check pattern. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. You go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Now let's do 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Now 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, and then you could do 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, and then 3 and every possible combination of 2. And then try to apply that. You could do a groove. So check it out. Now let me put it to a drum set. Put my phone there. Sticks there. All right, turn this off. So do like this. So you can put it on every partial, you can combine them, you can orchestrate it, but now it's so useful as a tool. So if you're playing a groove, I'm sure you guys play it in a band where you're playing a rock ballad, or it could be Afro-Cuban. You can apply it there as triplets. Digga-digga-gom, 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 digga-digga-gom. So anything in it, you could even do it in 4/4, but turn it into triplets, right? So a triplet within a triplet. All right, that sounds a little odd, but it's just a triplet within a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, it's just rhythm, and you can manipulate it so many ways. And then when you start talking about different surfaces, wow! We're talking about math, right? Talking about all the different partials you can play it on. That's already a lot of stuff. Now we start talking about how many ways you can orchestrate it. This is just a 4-piece kit. Imagine if I had a larger kit. All the different ways you can orchestrate that same thing. Now you're multiplying it times times 4, I guess, times 4. More than 4, because you could play so many, 2 notes on this drum. Now you could change the sticking to, instead of single strokes, to doubles. To right, right, left, left, or left, left, right, right. Anyway, the point is, don't just stop with that. Try to be creative with what you do. You don't have to take it to so many levels, but definitely it makes it a little more interesting, hopefully. And so next time you play a 6/8 tune, you can apply this in that way. Okay? All from the Wilcoxon. So yeah, the other thing is you can see by learning these solos how in depth you can take it. I've had people, I don't need to learn rudiments. I want to groove, man. I want to play some funk. I said, it is funk. This is funk. This is totally funk. Especially the application of accents and ghost notes, which is totally funk. If you can do that and apply it, that's the problem. They're just not connecting. You got to connect the dots, and make that happen. That's it. Okay? Next week. What y'all want to do next week? Another one of these? This is pretty fun, isn't it? I enjoy these. So maybe something in a duple meter. Let's go into the 80s. The 80s. 80. Let's find something. 71. Ooh, 78 looks fun. That's in 6/8. That's a fun one. All these. '81 has that 7-stroke roll on the upbeat, so it's a triplet. So George, if you're looking at 81, you can see it has both of them. It has the notation, the 7-stroke roll is a triplet, which is just an 8th note, and then it has it with the grace notes, which means those are 32nd notes. 82 has some of the same stuff we were talking about with the drag interpretation. 83 is a little different with the stick clicks. We could put that on the rim. Um, 84, let's see. Pretty traditional. 84 is kind of a traditional march feel. Ooh, 85.
Put the credit card on next to your purse.
We could try to do 85 just super fast. That could be like, it's just diddles and singles. So diddles and paradiddles. It's like a stick control exercise. Here's what I suggest. That won't take a long time. It's just to get it fast. So let's do 85 and 88. I'm liking 88. That looks funky. It has some space in it. So 85. Oh, I missed the sticking. My iPad was in the way. I like that one. Of course, we'll start slower. So, start slower and 88. That's funky. Zaka, zuka, zaka, plaka, all right, I didn't play that one perfect, but that one looks funky. So let's do 85 and 88 next week. And in fact, I'm going to try to do a tutorial this week on these and put it on the website so you can look at them ahead of time and work on it super slow. I said I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get it out. I have a lot going on this week. Well, it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Except for you, George. What do you care about 4th of July? What was the joke? I said, oh, somebody says, do they have a 4th of July in Europe? I said, well, of course they have a 4th of July. Oh, really? Do they do fireworks? I said, no, but they have a 4th of July. I mean, everybody has a 4th of July. They skip a day?
Still a very important day in history, so therefore,
Yeah.
not only for you, I guess.
Yeah. Our Independence Day. Our independence, but if we're not careful, we're not going to have independence anymore. We're like going in the opposite direction, in my opinion. We need to keep that independence. Let's see, 85, 88.
Yep.
And also Jacqueline's birthday's Monday. So we got her July 3rd birthday. She has a 4th of July, almost 4th of July birthday. And then
Doc, I don't know if you were making the joke, but it sounds like a good one for next week to have an Independence Day, like working out at Art of Bop or something.
there you go. Right. An independence, do independence. You know, that's a great book too, Art of Bop, if y'all don't have that. John Riley. But I always call that, they call it independence, but then I figured out a long time ago, I said, wait a minute, this isn't independence, it's dependence. It's like, because everything's working together, it's just they're doing different things, but they're all depending on each other, So they call it independence, but it's actually dependence. Just a thought. Yeah. Okay. Independence Week. All right, that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see you next week, and then we'll take a week off, and then the following week again.
Okay.
Just so you know. I'll be up in Chicago.
Chicago. Have a good week, everybody.
All right.
Yeah,
See y'all
you
next
too.
week.
Thanks, everyone.
I'll put this up on the website if you want to watch it again. Cheers.
Yes. Bye.